Oh, we're learning new details this morning about Freddie Gray's death, the incident that sparked all this. The police investigation is now in the hands of prosecutors who will decide whether to charge the officers involved in the case. Well, it's not the only report, though. The autopsy is set to be released as early as today or maybe next week, they say, according to the state attorney's office.
With the latest on the case and also the new revelation, here's ABC's Bazi Kanani.
The tension seen at support protests across the nation, like this one in Philadelphia, was no longer on display in Baltimore. Demonstrators standing strong through the rain, but peaceful and disbanding as requested at curfew, even as new information from police raised more questions about how 25-year-old Freddie Gray suffered a fatal spinal cord injury in police custody. Investigators reviewing surveillance video from this intersection discovered the police van transporting Gray made 4 stops, not 3, as previously claimed.
We are much more suspicious than before in light of that omitted information.
Law enforcement sources tell ABC affiliate WJLA there is medical evidence that Gray suffered a massive injury to the back of his head that closely matches a bolt located in the back of the police van. After turning over their preliminary report on Gray's death to the state attorney a day early, police stressed the investigation is not over.
Getting to the right answer is more important than the speed. Making sure that we look and overturn every rock is more important than just coming forth and giving a document.
Baltimore police say 95 officers were injured earlier in the week, some of them with broken bones and concussions. They warn they are pursuing charges against anyone caught acting out violently. Bazi Kanani, ABC News, Baltimore, Maryland.
And back here in Tucson now, an overnight decision to cut millions of dollars in southern Arizona's second largest school district budget is leaving many without jobs this morning. The Sunnyside School Board has approved more than $4.5 million in budget cuts. The unanimous decision will make cuts mainly to administration. Some positions will be eliminated completely, other vacant spots not filled. Now, the most controversial part of this plan seems to be the changes to the staffing of school nurses. The plan will now have one nurse split their time between multiple schools, and health clerks will fill in the gaps. But health clerks can only give basic first aid. And we have a full breakdown of all the cuts made on our website, kgun9.com. And that's not all that's facing cuts. Pima County released their proposed budget cuts that show a tax increase. If supervisors do end up approving it, the owners of a $150,000 home would pay an extra $42 in property tax every year. Now, that's because the county administrator's office still needs taxes, although they ordered cuts in all departments. That's not enough to cover what state lawmakers are making the county pay, which is $23 million for services, which the state paid before that.
And in order to handle that, the county administrator ordered a 2% cut across the board to all departments for their expenses for next year. And that still leaves us about $10 million short of paying the money the state has now shifted to the counties.
Pima County had planned to spend $5 million to repair bad roads, but that's been cut. In June, supervisors will vote on the budget and whether to accept a tax increase.
And money also on the mind of Arizona Governor Doug Ducey as he makes a stop in southern Arizona today.
From elementary students to a college campus, he's making his rounds right here in Tucson. 9 Your Side's Jennifer De La Cruz live now at the U of A to tell us what's on his agenda. Jennifer.
Good morning, Greg and Liz. We are here at the U of A campus where later today the governor will be addressing the public and giving some updates on what's been going on in the Capitol. It's part of the governor's luncheon held by the Tucson Hispanic Chamber of Commerce. Starting at 10 o'clock this morning, a business exposition will be underway featuring several booths and displays from a variety of local businesses. Over the past few months, the governor has gone under fire after signing a $9.1 billion budget deal to cut spending. A big part of that plan, cutting millions of dollars in education. While some groups are celebrating his visit to campus today, others aren't too happy about it. One group staging a rally here at the U of A to support public education. They're set to hold signs and protest outside the union where he'll be making his address. When Ducey signed the budget bill back in March, he faced similar opposition from groups rallying outside schools and universities across the state. The governor will be making that address today around noon. Reporting live from the U of A, Jennifer De La Cruz, KGUN 9 on your side.
All right, Jennifer, thank you very much. Not guilty. That is what accused killer George Majeski said in court yesterday as he was charged with the murder of his wife. According to police, he called 911 on April 12th saying he strangled and then killed his wife. He reportedly told the dispatcher his wife, Dr. Kerman Dubosh, was poisoning him and his daughter. Now, Dr. Dubosh was on life support. She later died. Majeski will be in court in 1 month for another hearing.
And a danger on the road to tell you about if you drive on the east side.
Manhole covers that are not what they appear, like this one. Somebody deliberately screwing spikes, really sharpened bolts into the covers. As you can see, they're nearly impossible to see as you're driving along at a normal speed. The Tucson police say 2 people did actually run over them, causing tire damage. Luckily, no one was hurt.
For now, police do not have any suspects, but say whoever is responsible could face felony charges, depending on how much damage is done.
It can cause a vehicle go into oncoming traffic or to hit a pedestrian, because these are in residential areas or even into somebody's yard or house.
TPD says if you have any information about who's doing this or these crimes at all, please call 911 or 88 Crime.
Now, your first warning weather with meteorologist April Madison.
All right, 5:07. We saw just a little bit of cloud cover yesterday, also a little bit of dust. We got some pretty nice winds when it came to sustained winds, but the gusts were definitely picking up over the higher elevations yesterday. Again, just a few clouds kind of lingering out there this morning, so we'll start the day, I'd say mostly sunny with just a few clouds, but it has kept temps a little bit warmer. We're still at 63 degrees. Very mild winds, though, out of the south right now at 3 miles per hour. Well, it was warm yesterday, and it's going to happen again today. We hit our first 95-degree day yesterday, and we're staying anywhere from 8 to 10 degrees above average once again. 65, that's what we're going to hit overnight, so staying pretty warm overnight. As we take a look ahead, we're going to talk about our next chance for rain and when those 80s are going to return. We'll show you that in a 7-day. Back over to you.
All right, April, thank you. Well, coming up, college graduation should be a happy occasion, but a lot of people worry about what happens after. Well, this morning, Stella shows us a website that helps recent grads in their job search.
Plus, President Obama is heading back to the Windy City. That's Chicago, of course. We'll tell you why next. Plus, a live look at your morning commute out there, I-19 Valencia. Big Al help you beat that traffic and, well...
Not that traffic.
Okay.
Maybe other traffic later.
Those cars.
Yeah.
You're watching KGUN 9 on your side. Good morning, Tucson. It's 5:09.